Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly webinars. Here, I'm Maria with Valentin. Hi, Val.
Hi.
So we're going to be answering a couple of your questions this week, remembering that you can always send us questions through our social media that will be always answering your questions. So let's start.
Yes.
Okay. Esther from Spain is asking, what are the best question types for a Spanish assessment?
Okay, wonderful. Great question. So let me quickly share our screen. So I've looked into our system, in the public library and looked at what kind of Spanish assessments are out there. And so generally, I think there are a lot of parallels in, any language assessment. So I think we can also learn a lot from other languages assessments, such as English. But here's one example of a Spanish one, right? So technically, you can use any question type, right? So every question type has their strength and advantages when applying them in the right way. So one popular way would, for example, to be listen to the number and select the correct choice, right? So here you can upload an audio file and focus on listening comprehension, and you can combine it with any type of question type, right? So you can do multiple choice, or you could have a free text response. You could have students sort something based on what they've heard or match certain aspects, right, with the categorizer. So you could also use visual cues, right? So this is now, which is 75, right? 65, sorry, in this image. And so you can then use visual cues where students need to be able to read the question, understand the question, but then also understand what they look at in the image. Now, this is numeric, but there could also be something non-numeric, right? You can sort numbers, so based on your understanding, so you can use this as well. Any type of sorting question types. You can do the categorization, as I said, where you match, right, a description to a number or something you've heard maybe in a text, right? And then there are different types you could also do. Where, let me see, maybe here, where you could do a highlight text, right? So if you click here on preview, you always see how it looks like as a student. And so if we go in here, this is a second grade, and this is not Spanish, English, but conceptually can be applied to any language, right? You have a text. So here you have the check boxes, true, false. And then here you could also use highlight text, right? Where students need to click on the right sentence then, and then see if they got it right or wrong. So these are the possibilities that you have for a Spanish assessment. In short, any question type. There's a lot of inspiration in our public library that you can search for here, and then see what you might be able to use for your students.
Yeah, we also have a very good video in our last academy with Maria Derner, where she's a Spanish teacher. She picked her favorite question type. So if you want to check it out, Esther, or any of you who want just good tips of question types. Okay, next one. Rolf, is Classtime a better fit for formative or summative assessments?
Absolutely. So it's definitely for both, right? So some people use it as an exit ticket or a fun icebreaker activity at the beginning of a lesson, or they use it for, repetition, any type of engagement that you're looking for. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have the summative assessments, right, where you can really do fully graded assessments. And so I think the biggest difference that comes out is, like, if I just start here a session, right, the biggest differences between just like a summative and a formative assessments comes through the settings and how you let your students join, right, and what you do with that data. But if you wanted to do a summative assessment, you can definitely shuffle answer options and questions. You can set a timer to create, a limit of how much time each student gets. You can schedule it. You can enable partial grading if you need a bit more refined grading. And then when you do the actual formative assessment or summative assessment, you can also decide to invite a class. When you do that and you invite here, this is, for example, a Google Classroom class. You can see it with this icon. And I don't allow guests, like here it's disallowed. Then only those students can join with their accounts from Google Classroom, and no one else can join. And that just gives you a lot of control over who gets to answer those questions. And then in the end, formative or summative, you can then always just export the results here. In case you did invite to Google Classroom, you'll also see the option to export to Google Classroom as well.
Okay. Very good. Molly is asking, what are the difference between the school and premium licenses reports?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So in general, all the reports you see in Classtime are premium reports, right? So when you have a session, you can download the whole session as an Excel sheet. You can download a session report, which is a summary of the entire class's performance per question. And you can also download each report per student, right? So if I just quickly look at an example that I can show with our audience, let me see. Okay, this was a live game, so this was like a game we did, but I can now, for example, export the session report, right? This is a summary of the entire session, so I can see exactly how did all my students perform, what was the distribution, I see the whole question, the images, the answer options, the solution. So it's all there, right? In these, I can see the hotspots that were set in these images. So that's available, but I can also always do this per student, where I can then export this either as a zip for all students, where I again have the student reports here as well, and I can see exactly how Anouk here did, which questions she got right or wrong. So that is how it's set up for premium right now, and then the Excel report as well. Now, some schools have specific benchmarks or grading systems. And so in those cases, we can, as you can see here also on the school license page, generate custom reports. These are usually also checked with the school's administration or district administration, right, to make sure that they can show exactly the type of information they want to see over time. These are then custom reports that we only offer to school license accounts.
Yeah, okay. And Denmark is asking, what are the benefits of becoming a Classtime Certified Educator?
Perfect.
Or certificate.
So, yes, so you can always, when you're logged in, click here on Certified Educator to learn more about it, just in case you're wondering. But I've also included a description link in a link in the description of this video, where you can see, how to become a Classtime Certified Educator today. And basically, the benefits are that, you get to connect with our community, so exchange experience, really learn about how to use Classtime, such as now in this community. And you'll have the confidence, right, that you've learned about the most important aspects of Classtime, that you understand the different settings, the different abilities to create questions. So it's mostly for your self-learning and making sure that you can confidently use Classtime. And we have a lot of resources and Help Center articles, and of course our team that is here to help you succeed with that exam. And then also as a reward, if you do get certified, you get a nice certification, which you'll see like here, that can help you, state it in case you can apply it for any hours, for any types of credentialing or certifications. We can help you also add that to your achievements. And then also there is the advantage of getting 3 months of premium for free. So once you did earn your certificate, you'll automatically get 3 months. So that is just also another little reward for you. It's very easy to apply. You can go on this website, click on apply now. It's free. Once you fill out this Google form, you can contribute your question set, which is part of the practical mastery. And then once that has been approved, you will be invited to the theoretical exam, which is then based on Classtime, a summative assessment, where if you pass with 80%, you are then officially certified. Most people take somewhere between 2 and 8 hours to complete the certification. So it really depends on your previous experience with Classtime and proficiency that comes with it. Okay.
Well, I think that's all we have today. If you have any questions, as I said in the beginning of this webinar, please leave in the comments. If you don't follow us in our Facebook community, please do become a member. So there you can be up to date with all the news, all the new features, and also our learning programs. And I believe that's it. Thanks, Val.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.